Hello everyone. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope your 2026 is filled with a lot of warmth, love, and of course, a lot of beautiful stationery to keep you inspired. Thank you so much as well for being here with me on the very first day of 2026. I am very excited to show you my new planner setup. I really wanted to attack the things that didn't work for me in 2025. So there's a lot of changes. I really honestly change almost everything in my system. And if you follow my content, you'll know that I'm not one to do that. I always keep the same system. I just change the decoration. But this time, everything is different in this planner and it feels so good. I think I've never felt more at home in my planner than now. So yeah, I'm just very excited to give you a little flip through of both of my main planners. So let's just get started. Okay, so I think as it's tradition, I am gonna start showing you my personal planner. This is my bestie, it's my companion. Sometimes it's my everyday carry, sometimes it's just my desk planner, but it is my whole world. I do think without this guy here, I will probably be very lost. I don't think I reference anything in my life, any other journal or notebook more than this. And yeah, it's where I keep all my dailies, monthlies, weeklies, my trackers, my goals, my notes, and everything in between. So I wanna introduce it to you again. Like I said, it's very different from last year. So let's just get started before I ramble too much. Okay, so let's just go on to the cover. So I always like to start the new year with my favorite cover, and it always changes, of course, but I think this one has been consistently one of my most precious ones that I acquired last year. This one is my Filofax Portland. It is a bit dirty. I apologize in advance, but like I said, sometimes it comes with me on my bag. I don't baby it at all. It is so beautiful, and I think this cover specifically is a big reason why this system just feels like home to me. I don't know, it just makes me really happy and gives me a very warm feel. And before I flip through my planner, I do want to reference one of the biggest changes in my system this year, and it's the tabs, my tabbing system. I have never really been one to love the look of tabs, but this time I really wanted something different and I wanted something more colorful. So I decided to use these Kokuyo index tabs. They were very kindly gifted to me by them, and I have been using them everywhere in my journals. I'm actually almost out of the gray one, which is my favorite. So I am just using it to mark my most important sections. For example, my trackers, obviously, my inbox, my weekly, and my travel stickies, future log, and notes. I hope you can see from there. And on the side, I have obviously all the months of the year, because I do like to keep my monthly calendars in here. So these are all my monthly calendars and these are all my sections. So I think my brain likes that division. So on this side, I am not keeping anything, I don't think, as of now. I am just keeping a couple of important little like notes, because I have a lot of things to do in 2026, like proper adulting things. So I have them here. And at the back, I just have a note that my dad wrote to me when I turned 15, I think. Oh no, 11. Yeah, 11. I think it's just really beautiful to have different kinds of mementos with your family, notes from your partner or your parents. I think it makes the whole thing even more special. So I have that there, of course, like always. And I have, as you can see, a lot of family pictures. I think one of the biggest things that I wanted to convey in my planner is the warm feeling that I get when I see something that means a lot to me. For example, I love pictures of like I said, loved ones. They motivate me to keep up with my pages. So that is going to be a big theme throughout the whole system. There's going to be a lot of pictures of me and my parents and my partner. So yeah, anyway, this is a acetate that I got. I can't remember where. I think I mostly get them from the Filofax packaging when you buy a new binder. And I got this letter from my local crafts. I'm pretty sure you can find these in like Staples if you are in the US. And this one is, I think, a traveler's notebook pocket, you know, the ones that you can attach or paste, and then you can just put different documents. So I think this will be really good to put a couple of like important papers. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of things to do in the new year. So I'm thinking when I have a to-do that I need to keep in mind, I would like to kind of just slide it here. This is a picture of me here, which makes me really happy. Let me just show you. I don't usually love having pictures of myself, but I do think I was a very cute kid back in the day. And this year, one of the biggest objectives or goals that I have is focusing on myself, in my health. I just want to be kinder to myself, and I think adding pictures of the past year really helps. So I really like having this one here. And this is the usual Filofax annual calendar that I used to mark the months that pass, but I think this year I'm gonna use it like I did before. I'm gonna start marking the months that we start. So for example, the 1st of January, which is today, but I'm filming this not today, so I am gonna mark this with a star when we start a new month, basically. This is from At a Glance. So this is the 4-year overview from 2024 to 2027, and I don't really use it for anything, but I do like to have it here just like as a simple overview. This is my usual inbox on a vellum sheet, and I keep my Filofax codes because it's easier for you to see them, but also because I sometimes forget about them as well. So these are my codes if you're interested. By the way, this is exactly where my undated monthly illustrations calendar, you know, the freebies, if you don't know, they're available on the drive. I'll leave the link down below. But this is where they will be. I will put an image on the screen to show you what January will look like. After that, we have my 2026 goals. Like I said, this year I am really trying to focus on myself. I want to really grow as a person. I have a lot of things that I want to do and accomplish. So I want to be a little bit more serious when tackling each one of my life sections. So I have my passion projects that I want to accomplish in 2026, my health goals, wellness goals, relationship goals, hobbies and home, and also personal. And there's also financial here. I do like to keep those a little bit more private, but I have no issue if you want to pause and actually like read around, and maybe they may actually even inspire you for your own like goals as well. So yeah, I really like this. I spent a lot of time coming up with them, and it was really nice for my brain to put them on paper properly this year. And by the way, this is a Franklin Covey page from the season's daily inserts, which I am also going to use next year, but this is just like a rule page, and I really like this one because it makes a bit of a statement. It kind of breaks the aesthetic, so I really like that. These are just my if found, please return to, with my details, and also my husband's as well, just in case. And also this is like a very old school day runner insert that I got on eBay. I think that's one of my biggest hobbies, just buying old paper. I love that. This is a picture of me and my dad. I always have this one. It's one of my favorite ones because I love that he's just having the best of time, and then I'm just there like, Mom, can you please take the picture? But I love it. I really love this picture so much. And it is from 1995. I'm guessing I had to cut that, but 1995. And this is the start of my finance section with a cutout from a crafts magazine. This is a pocket, this is how you call it, but this is from Filofax, and this is where I'm putting all my receipts that I do need to do my taxes on. And these are my expenses and bills list. So a big change for me that you will see through my system this year is that I want to go back to the basics. a bit. I want to be more conscious and more minimal and stay away a little bit from complicated layouts. And so I decided to use mostly Filofax, you know, the usual rule paper. These are the like reminder kind of like list that you can find on Amazon. This is from Filofax 1991. This is unbranded, so I don't even know where it's from. So yeah, very minimal. Again, these are my bills, and I'm just highlighting the ones that I do need to properly do kind of like an action. So either transfer or go to the bank or go on my app and pay. And the ones that are not highlighted are just the ones that will automatically kind of get withdrawn from my account. And these are also the same, my bills, but this time with the amounts and the due dates. These are gonna be my expenses. I want to make more of a deal with what I spend money on, the amount. This is if it was for me or my partner, if I needed it or not, and if I put it like in installments or if I just paid it. So this is gonna be that. And I think I'm gonna be using this yearly calendar as my no spend. So the days I don't spend money, I am just gonna highlight. Before I also used to write what I spend money on, like big purchases, but I think I'm just gonna do that here. So this is a bit more visual. And this one is from Bindex, which is, I think, from Nolte. If you know Nolte, like the little pocket notebooks. These ones here that I'm using for my social media tracker, I think this is either a sister company or they are from the same brand. So yeah, I bought this on Amazon actually, and it got delivered to my Mexican address in less than a week. That was really quick, so I really recommend that. And this section here with this cover that I love, and I couldn't wait to use because I usually use this one on like February for Valentine's Day. This one is covering my kind of like important information that I can really show you, like financial statements and stuff like that. So all of this section I'm gonna have to skip. I also rewrote everything because it was very messy, so I used a lot of the Filofax reminders pages and also these at a glance notes, and it's just very satisfying. This is now my tracker section, and I'm introducing it with my usual, also very old school calendar from 2004. My mom is from Chihuahua in Mexico, and she used to have this calendar. She always kept it in her like desk, even though it was from 2004. I don't know why, but it reminds me of her, so I like having it here. And like I said, it's my tracker section. So I have here my usual dot stickers that I'm using or I'm gonna use for my mood tracker, and also my star stickers, which I'm loving. And this is gonna be my mood tracker for the third year. Have I used it for 3 years? Yeah, 2024 and then 25. Oh, there you go. That's 2025. Wait, what's the other part? Oh, this is 2025 as well. I just ran out of these dot stickers, like the glittery ones. But yeah, 2024, and then start 2025, and then 2026. This is another picture of me making some cake, and this is gonna be opening my health section. I don't know why, because I do want to be more conscious of my health. I want to eat better, so I don't know why I'm keeping this, me making cake, but again, it makes me happy to see, and I'm in the kitchen, so I'm gonna imagine that instead of making cake, I'm making something more healthy, so I can have cake in special occasions. So this is me saying you can do it. This is the start of my health section. I really put a lot of thought into this section this year. I had a lot of issues, a lot of health issues in 2025. I had a lot of scares as well, so I'm gonna be very serious about this. And so I made little to-dos: go to the dentist, to go to my checkups, I need to do meal prep, I need to avoid Coke and carbs and no sugar for 1 month. So for January, that's kind of like my challenge. I need to work out, I need to do green juice, wake up early, water every day. All these little things that are health related are here. So every month when I'm doing my goals for that month, I'm gonna look at these goals as well. So I can hopefully be better and better. And these are my health trackers in general, like my trackers of everything that I wanna be good at this year. And I am starting with activities, so go to the gym and stuff like that. No carbs, like I said, it's a challenge, so no carbs and no sugar. no Coke. This one is going to be really difficult, even more than the sugar and carbs, I'm sure. My skincare, green juice, I really want to do that because green juice is really good for you if you want to kind of strengthen your immune system. I'm putting some ointments on my skin. I am still keeping up with some of my pills that the doctor prescribed me last year. We want to start waking up early. I want to do some wrist exercises because this wrist really not good. And then obviously water every day. This is gonna be my activity tracker, and I'm gonna be tracking the days we go to the gym in gray. So here I did a walk, but it was a treadmill, so it was at the gym. If I did any home workouts in yellow, and if I did something with my husband outdoors, like I don't know, we went to the park or we did something else, then it will be with pink. And I'm adding all these numbers because I'm referencing my Oura ring that I got a week ago or so. So I'm tracking my ready score, which is something that the Oura ring shows how ready you are for the day. I'm tracking my sleep. So it also gives you like points depending on the timing you went to sleep, how deep you slept, and all these things. Activity in general and steps as well. And I'm giving myself a score. So this is a 7 out of 10 because I didn't do anything else really. So yeah, this has been really fun and I am excited to do it more and be consistent. And I do have the whole year of these inserts here because I think it'll be really cool to see the progression through the months. And plus this amount of inserts won't make my planner super chunky. It's already chunky anyway. This is my meal planner from Filofax. I don't usually keep it through the months. I like to do it when I set myself new goals. And so I think this will be really good to have in the new year in January. Oh, and if I do have a balanced, healthy day of eating, I usually mark it with like a line in here. So it's visually satisfying to see how many days I have that I did well, you know, through the month. Next up is my health log. Very nice, very simple. I track my symptoms, so if there's any pains, and this is the key. I track my period flow as well, which is these 3 dots depending on if I had a kind of low, okay, or great health in general, so how I felt. And I sometimes will write if I had a specific ailment. And here, this column is for like if I took any pills. So yeah, I love keeping up with this one, and you can find this one on Etsy, I'm sure. This is my monthly tracker, and I am using this one for my healthy habits in general. So keeping in mind all these trackers, then I will add a little star sticker here. And you can also find this one on Etsy if you're interested. Now we go on to my diary section where my monthlies, weeklies, dailies, and my inbox are. And we start with another picture of my husband when he was a baby with his cat, which I love. And this is a cutout from a magazine. Again, very cozy. I love this one. So this is the start of my monthly planning, and I'm using my own inserts this year. I do want to make a big deal of sticking with my monthly calendar that I made. These are all on the drive. I will leave the link down below. And I do have here the whole year because, like I said, I think it's really cool to see the progression and the kind of overview of your life in months. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. In these inserts, you will see that you have the month's priorities on this side first before the calendar. And I love this part. I thrive on setting goals, so this really helps my brain, and I hope it helps you too. So yeah, I usually write all of this here. If I didn't do something, then I'm just gonna cross it out like this. And if I did accomplish something, then I just highlight it with my Tombow. And then we go on to the calendar like this. I know it kind of doesn't go with January aesthetics because January, even in Mexico, is usually cold, but I was just really feeling like flowers and garden, you know, that is my aesthetic. So I wanted to add this cutout from a magazine or a book, I can't remember, but I love the look of this one. These are just some little washi tapes or stickers that I got from an old school sticker pack that I found in my local street market. Like always, I like reusing stickers like that. And this one is very interesting because this number sticker is from Home Depot. you know, they usually have a section where you can have like number stickers for either the outside of your house or something, and I'm using them for my months, and I think it looks really cool. And by the way, this is a business card that my dad used to hand out back in the day, but the phone number and the address as well, they don't exist anymore, so it's all good. And right after these the freebies, you'll find the inbox section, and I love this. You know, I cannot live without an inbox. This helps me divide my month in weeks and my tasks and not be overwhelmed and try to add everything in one week instead. So I love my inbox. This is everything that I have to do during my month. And this one is just my usual star stickers, of course. This welcome was part of you remember back in the day with checks, when I went and lived for a little bit in Western Carolina, they had to get like a bank account, and this came in with the checks, I think, or either the checks or the introduction package or the welcome package, whatever it was. So I kept it, and I really like how this looks in here. And this one, by the way, was really random. I was going through my mom's paper stash. She left a lot of things that are so lovely, and I was going through one of my childhood books that I used to read with really cute illustrations, and she was one of the authors that drew all the illustrations. And like I said, this book was like from the 90s, so it's properly very cozy and nostalgic to me. And I had to cut her picture and put it in my planner, because even though I don't know her, she is exactly who I want to be when I grow older. I don't know who she is, but she is my hero already. So yeah, that is my inbox. I have more pages here just in case, and like I said, I do have the whole of the year here, and this is my weekly section right after my monthlies. So I am starting the year with my own ones. These are also on Etsy, and I like how simple they are, so I'm experimenting with highlighters more than anything these days. These are my usual star stickers just in case here, and then we go on to my daily planner, and I was using at the end of the year my Franklin Covey Seasons. I love the look of these. It's very snowy, very wintry. I'm using this Filofax ruler as a divider because when I'm out and about, this is the only divider that I need to access the quickest and the easiest, and so it really helps that this ruler is quite hard in comparison to my tabs, so I know without even looking at it that I'm reaching for my dailies. So yeah, I really like these ones. I also have here the at a glance ones, but I decided to go for these ones instead, and we'll see which one I use next year. I will give you, as always, little updates on my reels on my Instagram of what I'm using each week and stuff like that. Then we go on to my future log, and this is a section that I worked on the most as well. It was a mess in 2025, but I think I'm finally really happy with it. This is a cover from a book that I found in the UK, which I really love. It's like an iconic one for me. This is a Bindex insert. It's a monthly kind of timeline or theme. So I made them my future look for 2026 and also 2027. And I'm using my gray Tombow for family birthdays and my pink one for like friends and other people's birthdays. This one is 2027, so I'll fill that when I know how it goes and what's to do. And this is just a normal lined page, no brand. I can't remember what I got it from, but we are moving to the UK later this year, so I want to start a little inbox of the things that I want to do. So again, it is in the future because I need to start doing them when we know when we're leaving and how much time we have. So yeah, this is a little inbox for then. And this is my monthly future log. So instead of making a complex layout, like I said, I don't want to kind of do that. I want to be more simple. I'm using the Filofax reminders list or to-do list, one of the two. And also this one from also Filofax, but this is from 91 and this is from 2019. So I'm just using them as future logs for each month. So this is the things that I'm gonna do in February, then March, April, and so on, one for each month. And I'm using these number stickers that I also got in the street market, so I have no link, but I just love finding little number stickers. I really thrive using them everywhere. Because everything that I do is so kind of minimal, I guess. When I use number stickers, I feel like it elevates it without even trying. So yeah, this is my future log, and this is from Franklin Covey, also the seasons. Then I'm gonna use this one for 2027 for future planning. And I love that it also has 2028 and 2029 and 30 as well. Wow, that's crazy. Also a little list for UK inbox, things I want to do when I get to the UK. And that is the end of that section. Next up is my note section, and this one also changed a lot. I decided to just keep this here and give it some more love, so I rewrote everything again. These are my usual post-it notes if I need them at one point, with baby names and doggo names. This is another business card, and this is just a receipt I got from a jewelry. I think I repaired like a bracelet or something, but I kind of really like the look of these. And I just like keeping lists here, like my stationery wish list, like my wish list in general, and I highlight things that I already got. My planner collection, most of these I regret selling, but you know, that's life. Movies to watch together with my husband. I forgot to add the title, but it's movies that I want to watch myself, or documentaries or series. Some spare note pages, and also this one contains me and my husband's contact information and more spare notes as well. Again, another picture from 1994 this time, and a message from one of my friends, my good friends. And I decided to bring back my travel section because we are in the process of moving at some point. So I'm using my, I think I got this one when I bought the Ranger from Etsy. 1987, the London Underground map. And I love seeing this. So this one is introducing this travel section, and I just started it. I'm not gonna put a lot of information until I know how things are gonna happen, but I'm gonna start making a list of the things that we want to take to the UK and the things that I need to send to the UK, because I'm gonna have to invest a little money into sending them through DHL or something. So these are the kind of things that I'm gonna be posting to myself there. And destinations UK, so all these little towns that we want to visit, me and my husband, and we are obsessed with Escape to the Country and Location, which are like English programs. If you like home renovation or scouting for houses and seeing some dreamy towns and stuff in England, then I recommend them. They're in Channel 4, both of them, I think. Yeah, I think so. And we love them so much that every time we see a house that we love or a town that we want to visit, I mark the series and the episode and what I liked about that house and the town and stuff like that. Places to visit worldwide, I guess. I need to start that again. I do have a list already, but I need to look for it. And this is a map from Filofax, and I'm just marking with my dot stickers the countries I've visited. So very nice and cute. I love doing these little things to keep track of my life. And this is my sticker section, which is the last section I can show you because this personal one I cannot show you, but this is where I keep my stickies. So for example, my favorite stickers, my post-it notes that I always use in this acetate as well. And this one is an old bank envelope where back in the day my mom used to receive her bank statements in, and I'm using this to keep all my stickers, so like my star stickers, dot stickers, other star stickers, and I love that you can kind of see them through here as well. And yeah, that is my personal planner. It's very different, but it's not really at the same time. It makes me feel really happy. It makes me feel so at home and satisfied and at peace with my system, and I can't wait to start planning properly in it in 2026. So I hope you guys enjoy that one, and we're gonna go quickly to my pocket. I feel like this one doesn't really get enough spotlight. There's not many things to say about this one because it just serves me one purpose, which is to hold my cards, my loyalty cards, discount codes, and my money as well, and just keep me in track when I go out. But let me just show you real quick. This is a pocket Filofax Chameleon. I bought it on either Vinted or eBay last year and I love it so much. It's one of my favorite covers for the pocket. Here I'm keeping my favorite pen is the Energel Klena 0.5 with the refills. These are all my credit cards and my IDs. Here I'm keeping some stuff that I need to be aware of when I go to the bank and my shopping cards and Costco. And on the back in this bucket here, I just keep my coins and my money. So yeah, I can't really live without those. This is a picture of my husband as well when he was a kid playing football, which is his favorite thing ever. And this one used to be just like I don't know how to call them, but basically we give this during Christmas in our posadas, Christmas celebrations. And I think my mom received this one back in the day. So I just wanted to have this here with me. Again, it makes me think of her. And this is a picture of my dad, my usual star sticker. This insert or cover here was part of a traveler's notebook passport refill, and I cut it because I wasn't using the refill, but I really do like the color of this. I like to call it country yellow kind of thing. So these I need to change, but I'm still waiting for my inserts to arrive. I order the monthly and weekly Filofax inserts, and they usually come with this annual calendar that I also like to mark the months that go by. I really struggle with this one because I don't use my pocket enough. So I usually slack on this one, but let's see how it goes in 2026. I have some sticker release paper. So if I find something on the go, since this is my everyday carry and my wallet, if I find like a sticker or a packaging thing that I like, then I will paste it here and then I'll come back home and I will journal. I'll put it in my junk journal or my scrapbook or my label collection. You know, there's possibilities are endless, but this is where I keep them safe until I can journal them. And this one is my notes section, which I very rarely use, but just in case I need some paper on the go, then I have it here. And then we go on to the main deal and point of my pocket, which is my weekly section. This is from Bindex. See, you can see here is from Nolte. I got them on Amazon again, really fast shipping. And these are weeklies that come like this. I've never had them like this before, like vertical weeklies. I really like the look of that. So I think I'm gonna be using these ones and the Filofax ones that are my usual ones as it goes. Maybe I will change one every month or so. I do keep all the year here just in case. And on the back, I just keep as well the London Underground and the map. And these ones are from 1993, 1993, and 1989. Wow, yeah, I love that. And in this bucket, which is from also Filofax, I keep the receipts that I need to save just in case I get to return something or I go to a shop and I need to reach for them. Then they're here and just like emergency contact here just in case. And yeah, that is my pocket planner, and together with my personal planner, they make my 2026 planner setup. I am very pleased with how they turned out, and I would love to see your setups as well. I'm always stalking on YouTube and Instagram, all of you, so I am very excited to see that. Again, have an amazing start to 2026. Happy New Year, and I will see you guys very soon.